Hey everyone, Merry Christmas. Well, the Christmas season means that the NFL regular season is drawing to a close. And so as we approach the end of the regular season, I have a couple quick fixes for what ails the NFL, and I'd like to share them right now. First of all, as everybody knows, there have been numerous officiating controversies this year. We've had, in the Detroit-Seattle game, a batted ball out of the end zone that wasn't called, an officiating error that cost the Detroit Lions their season. They never quite recovered from that. We've had inadvertent whistles that stop plays. We've had clocks run erroneously for 18 seconds at the end of the game when seconds are precious. And just last Sunday, we had a situation where Odell Beckham Jr. clearly should have been thrown out of the game, and the officials didn't have the stones to do it. So what's the solution to this? Unlimited challenges by coaches, new technology, doing away with the challenge system completely? No, none of the above. Here is my fix for the officiating problem in the NFL. Appoint somebody in New York as the executive official who oversees every game. For example, back up a Brinks truck and recruit Mike Pereira back from Fox Sports back to the NFL, where he would serve as the executive supervisor, the omniscient watcher of all NFL games. His role would be to intervene anytime he sees an egregious mistake on the part of the officials. So if he's watching a game and a ball is clearly batted out of the end zone, what would normally be considered a judgment call by the officials, and he sees that it's a clear error, he can intercede and change the call. If he sees a player commit a malicious, vicious act designed to injure another player that under the NFL rule should call for the player's ejection, he can once again intervene, call down, and say, that player needs to be ejected, eject him. Simple as that. So any play where he judges that an egregious mistake has been made by an official, he can intervene. The idea would be that this would happen extremely rarely. Hopefully that many games would go by where he wouldn't have to act. But in a situation where a poor judgment by an official might actually mean that the wrong team wins the game, or could be significantly disadvantaged by a bad call, that supervisory official would step in. To me, it seems like a no-brainer. Now you say, well, this would be another undermining of the authority of the officials on the field. So what? The goal is to get it as perfect as possible. Now, would this eliminate all officiating error? Of course not. There would still be issues, there would still be problems. But to have somebody whose dedicated job is to watch the game and jump in if need be, that's the best solution to what ails the officiating problem in the NFL. Now, the second issue for which I have a fix is the question, what constitutes a catch in the NFL? We've had all kinds of controversy, all kinds of uncertainty about, was that a catch or was that not a catch? Here is how a catch should be defined in the NFL. Under my rule, a catch means clear control and possession of the football, 2 feet on the ground, and that's it. So how that would differ from the current rule is that you would not have to maintain possession of the ball down to the ground if you were falling down to the ground in the process of making the catch. If I make a catch and I'm stumbling down to the ground, or you knock me down while I'm making the catch, I hit the ground, the ball goes flying. As long as I originally had 2 feet on the ground, clear possession of the ball, you hit me, I hit the ground, the ball goes flying, the play is dead. I've made a catch, the ground cannot cause a fumble, and that's the end of the discussion. If, on the other hand, I have 2 feet on the ground, I make a catch, I'm stumbling, I fall down to the ground untouched, and then the ball goes flying as I hit the ground, That's a fumble, because the ground in that case can cause a fumble because nobody's touched me. But the important thing is clear control of the ball and 2 feet on the ground. Another example would be, I catch the ball on the sideline, manage to get both my feet down, have control of the ball, but in the process I'm flying out of bounds. Once I hit the out of bounds area, the ball goes flying out of my hands. That's still a catch. Originally I had 2 hands on the ball, clear control of the ball, 2 feet in bounds. This notion that a catch has to be maintained all the way down to the ground and through hitting the ground has caused needless controversy, needless uncertainty, and needless ire directed at the NFL. My rule, much simpler, much more intuitive. 2 feet on the ground, clear possession, that's a catch. So if the NFL in its wisdom would simply do those 2 things, appoint 1 person or 8 people if need be to oversee 16, 12, or how many games are going on at a given time, and simplify the rule for a completion, it would save itself an enormous amount of grief, and it would elevate the integrity of the game. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Let me know. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll see you next year in the playoffs, hopefully with my Washington Redskins. Thanks for watching.